Checo is not in a good place right now, and I think that's safe to say.
Conscious when he went on at the in the same place, and that's
no.
As the deck chairs on St Kilda seafront, about 400 yards.
It hasn't always been like that. Sergio's start to the season was actually reasonably impressive. He managed to secure 2 race wins at Jeddah and Baku, and throughout the season, he's been on the podium 5 times. But after Max came through from 9th in the Miami Grand Prix to win it, Checo has just not been on the same level he was before. This season, he's only reached Q3 4 times, which, as a comparison, is the same amount of times Alex Albon has. If we look at average qualifying pace, Checo is round half a second off Max Verstappen's average qualifying time. This number will be skewed by track evolution. If Perez goes out in Q1 or 2 or crashes out, the averages are slightly offset. But still, he should be making it to Q3 in the best car on the grid. And like Mark Webber said, anyone in the fastest car can make it through traffic towards the front. But Red Bull don't want Checo to get P6 finishes. They want him on the podium and even fighting for wins. And maybe it's evident that Checo is starting to feel the pressure. Putting my tinfoil hat on and becoming a conspiracy theorist for a minute, the decision to swap De Vries and Daniel Ricciardo may be helmut Marko trying to tell Sergio Perez something. You see, Red Bull is notorious for its perform or you're out attitude to racing. And Marko kicking out a driver that's not performing will definitely be a message to Checo that he's got to step his game up or he's not seeing it to the end of the season. And contracts have never stopped Red Bull from getting what they want.
Okay, he's of 18, he can go out and party like he's never partied before.
Let the door wide open.
Oh, did it come together? Webber and Vettel have come together. It's Vettel going.
I mean, it's likely Max is going to have a bad weekend at some point this season. We've already seen it with things that are out of Max's control. And they need a driver that's able to step up and take the win when Max isn't there. And at the start of the season, it really looked like Checo was pulling his weight. But the pressure has just got to it. It is sad to see, really. As well as this, you have to think about the pressure of just how many people are up for that Red Bull second driver seat right now. From rumors around the paddock, Albon and Lando Norris are 2 massive choices for Red Bull because they want a driver competitive with Max Verstappen. As well as this, Ricciardo is back in the sport and he's looking to prove himself again as a worthy contender for Red Bull's second seat. And if he does well in alphatauri, there's very few reasons I see for Red Bull not to take him on, aside from maybe his age. And then there's Yuki Tsunoda, who's been doing a solid job in the alphatauri. And if he manages to outperform Daniel Ricciardo, who's to say he's not going to get moved up to the big team? So what does Checo have to do? Well, we know that Red Bull still has the best car on the grid, evident by how easy Max and Checo have had it to move up the field after bad qualifying session. But Red Bull don't want that. They want to minimize risk and engine wear. And the best way to do that is to start at the front and stay at the front and have a nice, easy race, especially when your car should be dominating the grid. Now, I don't see Checo being replaced mid-season. I think that would be a little bit of a push. And that's Red Bull's second driver spot has been hot contention in the F1 news for a while, because every driver that gets into it seems to just crack under the pressure. I think Red Bull are realizing that maybe they've judged some of their past drivers too harshly, especially people like Albon, who was actually putting up a really good job considering he was new to F1 when he got that seat. And last of all, Checo wouldn't want to get replaced by new rookie Brad Pitt, who's on the scene. In all seriousness, I don't know what they're going to do with Checo at the end of the season. I would love to see him stay in the sport, considering he's put in some mega drives over the years and really proven that he can be a good driver. Just only at Grand Prix where the country has no human rights. YouTube just recently gave me access to memberships as well, so if you'd like to support these long-form videos, then please become a channel member because I make no money from YouTube right now. You don't have to, as long as you enjoyed the content, I appreciate that a lot. Make sure you subscribe to give Checo some good luck.